street. Dun, 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 dun. That was the highlight, wasn't it? You know, when you were a kid, you know, early 80s, lunchtime, you know, maybe you weren't at nursery or school and you just come back from school and then dun 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 dun. And today it's the letter U and the number 4, or the letter F and the number. No, anyway, I'm getting myself a. No, the number 4 and the letter U. Hey Gary, how are you doing? How are things in your world? How are things? The concrete jungle. How are you doing, my friend? Things going really well. Clients and business and everything. Are you doing well? I wasn't live yesterday. Hey Maddie, I wasn't live yesterday mainly because Raheem haircut and all of that. And it gave me an opportunity just to sort a few little things out and all of that. Hey, I'm Barto, Bergschwerk, B Informatica Tau, Kangas, hope you're all okay. I recorded 6 videos today. About an hour and a half ago, I recorded 6 videos. They're very short videos. They're what I call filler videos. The filler videos... George, do that dance after going to bed at 5... What? Did you just go to bed at 5:30 a.m.? George, are you serious? What? What are you doing? Be careful, George. Don't burn yourself out, okay? Is the YouTube... But can someone just confirm to me, is the YouTube buffering at all? Are you getting like a buffer with the YouTube? Just confirm to me if you are. It looks to me like it's buffering, so please just let me know if there's a bit of a buffer going on with the sound or the video quality or anything like that. I think there's a buff. Yeah, it says right. Yeah, it's lagging. Okay, yeah, it is lagging. It is lagging. Just oof. Okay, right. Just bear with me. Okay, I know where it's lagging. Let me just hit save for a moment. Hopefully it will kick in a moment. Just hold on. No, the video's lagging. Just wait a moment. Just wait a moment. Just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Hopefully it's gonna stop lagging in a moment. This is not good, is it? Yeah, the video is chugging along. So YouTube has been a bit funny. Hold on a moment. Right, let's try that then. I've just tried to do something now just to push the wire in a bit more. I'm really, really sorry if anyone's joining in and it's kind of dropping up and down a little bit, but it should kick in a moment. All right, it's gonna speed up in a moment. Okay, just bear with me. Just bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. Yep, so YouTube at the moment... No, I don't know. I'm going to shut down some of my apps. I'm going to shut that down. I'm going to shut down my email. OBS is open. But yeah, unfortunately, YouTube has been a bit funny for a couple of days. Anyway, look, let me just quickly say hi to Steve, Pez, Shaveen, Jean, Paul Ross, Maddie. What size would I need to use if I want to create my own... SVG icons in Canva? Oh dear, this is not good, is it? This is not good because we're getting this real buffer problem at the moment. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't want to disconnect. I don't want to disconnect because that messes up everything. I don't want to disconnect. Urgh! Do I disconnect? What do I do? What do I do? Do I disconnect and go live again? Do I disconnect and go live? Hey everyone. Right. I am going to end the stream. Hey Nikos, I am going to end the stream and then I will be back. I am going to end the stream and then I will be back. Oh no, hold on. It's kicked in. Is it kicked in? Oh, it's fine. I was literally just about to cancel it all off, but luckily we seem to be okay. All right, cool. We seem to be fine now. Yeah, cool. All right. Yes, like George is saying there, 96 by 96, 100 by 100, anything like that is absolutely fine. The whole point about SVG, yeah, is that because it's all dots and I's, isn't it? So it won't matter too much, but you don't want to make it too big because that defeats the object of doing an SVG. What did I do? Nothing, George. I did nothing. I did literally nothing, George. All right. My server speed, right? Let me show you my server speed. Let's see what I get. If I just go here and hit OK there, you should see it run in a moment. It's not as high as it normally is. Normally I'm hitting 900, but for some reason it's about half of what I normally get. But it is kind of doing okay. Whoops, that's the wrong one. So let me just run that again. Let's just run the server speed again. So normally I'm hitting about 900. And there you go. Look, now it's starting to go up a bit. So there must have been an outage. There must have been a bit of an outage with the internet. I don't know. But it's running a bit better now. How are you all doing? Did you miss me yesterday? So I had Tuesday off to take Raheem off to his haircut and all of that. You know, had a bit of time to sort some stuff out. I managed to get 6 videos done this morning. The 6 videos I've done are what I call filler videos. They're little videos which are partially rants and where I'm just giving out advice or my opinion about something. One of those videos is coming out today, and it's basically about why do I not charge more? Okay, so what I mean by that is why do I not... So some people have said to me, why are you not doing like an inner circle? So people pay to be part of like a special membership. We did try that a couple of years ago. Year and a half ago. Yeah, a year and a half ago. And I felt like the inner circle felt too formal. It felt too much like if you pay, I have to provide certain things. It also created expectation on you having to be present as well for certain things. And I felt like the value of what you're paying for just wasn't there. Which is why in February last year, we started the live chats. Do you recall? We started doing these live chats properly from February 2022. So we're over a year now where we've been doing these live chats. Because I feel like there's more to give you, all of you, and for you to give me, and for us all to share in our community spirit and our love for what we do and everything like that through basically our live chats and everything we do now. Please don't forget to hit like if you haven't hit like. The comments have stopped all of a sudden. Can someone just put a comment in right now? Any comment? Just so that I know the comments are still working. Oh, yeah, Melissa. Hey, Melissa's now done a comment. Hey, everyone. How you doing? I just read out your comment, which is a bit weird. Hi, Melissa. I wasn't sure if the comments were working then. So there's a video coming out. Yeah, Melissa, do you want to let everybody know what I did? Like what? So this is actually something I do mention in today's video that's coming out. Woo, I nearly slipped then. That's coming out. It's got to readjust my hot water bottle. What am I trying to say? So I don't mention Melissa basically, but what I'm talking about is how I like to provide a lot of support and help to a lot of you in the community because you've helped me to feel not lonely when you're working from home, and I love that. Gary, new mystery modules coming soon. What mystery modules are these? Gary. Okay, let me just check some of the questions. Sunny says, what live chats are you talking about? Basically, the live chats we do every day, Monday to Friday. Some people have said to me, like, why don't you have a specialist member group? whereby I know I do videos and lives here and there, but the bulk of the stuff with the information sharing, with talking to you about how you can make your business better or working with clients, why don't we do an inner circle? Why don't I charge, I don't know, $30 a month or something like that? The reason I don't want to do that is because we already we don't have a mystery module though, Gary. The modules below, join the how to start a web design business. Are you thinking of something else? Are you thinking, Gary, what are you thinking of? Are you sure, Gary? Was I meant to reveal something, new mystery module? No, the super course is below, unless you're referring to something else. So back to inner circle and stuff. I feel like we charge for one-to-one consultations. We charge for web design, obviously. We charge for the mastery modules. That's enough. I don't want to now start saying, hey, we're now going to have a secret group. George will be in it. Gary will be in it. Melissa will be in it. Pez will be in it. We're all going to be in it. Maddie will be in it. That everyone's got to pay $30 a month. Okay? Let me just give you an idea of what that could mean in terms of value. And by the way, I'm going to answer all of your questions that are coming through in a moment. We currently have about 19,500 subscribers. If 5% of those, okay, so 0.05, if 5% of those were to pay $30 a month, that's what it would mean per month. $30 per month if 5% of them joined, right? Unfortunately, I don't care about that. Yeah, absolutely. Sonny, YouTube's had a problem for 3 days. YouTube's been a bit funny for 3 days. I've noticed it, and a few other people have noticed it as well. So if 5% of all of my subscribers paid $30 a month, even $20 a month, that's nearly $20,000 per month. But I want to be really brutal here. I would not feel comfortable with that. I wouldn't feel comfortable asking you, oh yeah, let's now be part of a secret little group where we talk and converse about stuff. No, we have our live chats. We have our Web Squadron Facebook group. We have the community. And long live the community. Long live the community. We need to have a national anthem, don't we? We need to have a national anthem. Did you notice as well? Yeah, it's so on Monday, the live chat kept saying upcoming when we were live. It's been a bit funny. Right, let me answer some of the questions. Harish, how can you effectively deal with a website that has been hacked? You got to contact your host provider and find out how you were hacked. Security plugins, WordFence, all-in-one security, stuff like that. Video Boy, how do you handle clients who are asking for a discovery call to discuss projects, but they're interviewing you? Well, Video Boy, what you have to do, is be very careful on how much you give away, right? So if they want to work with you and they're like, so how would you solve this problem? What you say is, we would use some plugins. We would use some code. You don't give them the code. You don't name the plugin. What kind of websites have you built? Okay, here's a few links I'll send you or whatever. Or they should already have looked at that prior. What you do is give them the confidence that you know what you're talking about. Don't mess around. Don't bullshit. Don't fake it to make it. Be honest. If you cannot help them, say you cannot help them. Please hit like if you're not hit like. Bergschwerk, we need an anthem for Web Squadron, don't we? I don't know what that was. But Video Boy, what you say is, we can use a plugin for that. We can do XYZ. I've got a colleague or a peer who will help me out on that. There are plugins already out there that we can use. There's a bit of code to enable that. But you do not tell them what the plugin is or that. If they pay you a deposit or they pay you for the discovery call, then you can tell them what you want. If they then decide not to work with you, so what? They paid you for the intelligence. This is really, really like something that I struggled with when I first started doing it. And I know a lot of people struggle with this concept as well. You feel like you want to tell them how you're going to approach it so they feel more confident with you, right? The difference here is that they could take what you give them and go elsewhere, right? So what you need to do is kind of like, oh, I like that, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's I like that Rocky montage. Yeah, where were we? So give them minor details. Assure them that you know what you're doing. Be confident in what you are saying to them. You know, the minute you go, ooh, I mean, it's okay to actually say, I'm not sure, I'll have to get back to you on that, but I will investigate that further once I know we've been commissioned to look into it further. And if they go, well, we're not going to pay you to research it, either you know it or you don't know it, that is your warning. That is your warning. If you say to a client, okay, you want me to kind of look into a solution, and they're not going to pay you for you to spend half a day or a week researching a solution, that is your warning to get out. Don't bother, right? Because they will always ask you to do a bit more for me, do this for me. And you have to kind of speak to them and say, look, if you hired a project manager or something like that, or if you were asked to go and support another company for a week, would you do it for free if it was your time? Funnily enough, someone contacted me last night. I would love to know what your thoughts are about this, okay? All right, I would love to know what your thoughts... Oh, sorry, let me just check some of the questions. Yeah, okay. Someone contacted me last night from Pennsylvania in America, and they said they want me to do some guest lectures at their university around web design and business and stuff like that. And I thought, this is a nice thing, isn't it? This is nice. They want me to do some guest lectures at the university in Pennsylvania. I don't even know how many universities they have in Pennsylvania. I don't know. And they're a real person. They're from LinkedIn, okay? They're a real person, okay? I checked out their profile very quickly and who they are and where they work. They're a real person. What do you think I said back to them? Well, actually, they then came back to me and said, let's set up a meeting to discuss further. Let's set up a video call. I'm available now. I'm available now to discuss further. What do you think? Please put it in the comments that I said to them. What do you think I said? What do you think I said? Hey. What do you think I said? What do you think I said? They want me to do guest speaking at university. I then said, my reply back to them was, will it be virtual? Because I'm not going to go all the way to Pennsylvania. They said, nope, yeah, it's pure virtual. It's all virtual. I mean, everything these days, is virtual. We're virtual. Love is virtual, kind of. Depends where you are, right? Hey, Andrew, how are you doing? They then came back to me and says, let's set up a meeting. I'm available now. Let's go and do a video call now. What do you think I said to them? Remember, this is an opportunity to speak at a university. Here's what I said. I would love to get involved. In fact, no, I'll tell you what I said. Let me open it, because it was all via LinkedIn messaging. Here we go. I would love to get involved. However, this is very similar to a lot of requests I get. Sorry, here's what they said. Here's what they said before that. They said, let's have a video call. I'm available now. It's still in the early stages over the details. So here's what I said. Thanks for getting in touch. I get a lot of requests like this. Until you know exactly what you want from me, how much time would be involved, what do I need to provide back, and how will I be compensated for my time, it's best for us not to have a meeting yet. It's best for you to work out what you really want and then come back to me. I hope to hear from you. They then replied with, no probs. And that's how you want to do it. I could, if I want, have said, let's set up a meeting. Let's do the meeting. By the way, it was 5 p.m. evening time. It doesn't matter if it's evening time or not, but I'm kind of on the wind down now, right? I could have gone in, yeah, let's have a video call. Let's spend half an hour, 1 hour bashing out ideas. For what? Where's the value in that? Where is the value in that? Like, there is nothing guaranteed. There is no compensation even. I mean, you could have a 1 hour meeting and it's brilliant. It is mega brilliant. I get them. They get me. We love WordPress. The students will be excited. This is going really, really good. But they're going to pay you $200 to deliver like, I don't know, 2 or 3 sessions. Is that value for money? Remember, it's not just delivering, it's preparing and all of that. Is that really value now? So until I know what they're going to pay or how they're going to compensate me, in fact, what do you want? Am I just talking like this? Am I presenting? Am I going through a website? Am I talking about business models? What is this? What do you want? And that brings me back to discovery calls and all of that. I have a very blunt attitude as to, right, you want a video call for what? What do you get out of it and what do I get out of it? Okay? Because I already provide so much for free. What do I get out of it? Because I already give away so much. You know. Henk, how are you, who's paying for this? Well, that's another question, Henk. Who is paying for it? Is it the university? I don't know. There were no other details. So for me, it was like, okay, you've said you're in the early stages. You're still not sure what you're doing. Come back to me when you know what you're doing, okay? Let's not get excited about something because the fact that they couldn't tell me straight away after that message, well, what is the compensation? That shows how early they are. And it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time. Hey, Eddie, how are you doing? Pennsylvania. Was that to me when you say it again, Sam? Yes, it was Pennsylvania, but I'm not actually going anywhere. John was contacted from a plane over the pond to buy a domain. I love that. Harish, could you recommend a plugin or effective methods to create a high-quality main slider? Okay, you could use Depictor, but Depictor will affect your speed. Harish, how about you tell me what you want to show in that slider? So rather than me telling you a great way to do a slider, why don't you tell me what you're going to show in that slider? What you're going to show? Images, words, call to actions, Ken Burns effect, sliding animation. Will it be like a call to action? So when you hover, the image expands. Will it just be images that expand? Static images? Are you going to show videos? What are you going to show for that? So Eddie, my consultation rate has actually gone up now. So I've been speaking to some people and I've actually upped it. So our consultation rate has now gone from £120 to 160. Yeah, so it's gone for that. To be honest with it, Eddie, before I was going to tell them, well, here's what the rate would be, I want to see what they offer. And this is another bit of advice I want to give you. If someone really, really wants your time, okay, let them first make you an offer, okay? Here's why, okay? When I was in the NHS, my hourly rate, if I work it out, okay, if you're not paid by the hour in the NHS, but if I take what I was earning per year, divided by 12 divided by 4 divided by 4. Hold on, I've got to work it out now. Divide by 12 divided by 40. So if you took my annual salary and you worked it out per hour, my annual salary would be £35 an hour. If you were paid hourly in the NHS, you're not. You're paid properly, okay? Someone once hired me to do some private work and the rate was £1,000 a day. For 8 hours work, £1,000 a day. So let them tell you what they want to pay. If they are going to pay you more than your hourly rate, you take it. You take it. If it's real, you take it. If, however, they tell you, well, we want you for 8 hours and here's the rate, and it is lower than your hourly rate, this is where you push them up and go, really sorry, but that's way below my hourly rate. I can't do that. Or, okay, so I've just told you my hourly rate is now £160. Someone goes, hey, look, I will pay you 500. Okay, divided by 160, that gets you 3.125 hours. So if I times that by 60, that gets you 187 minutes. Literally, that's how I do it. That is how I do it, right? So you want me for a day, but you're only going to pay £500. My hourly rate, blah, 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 blah. That's 187. It's just over 3 hours. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll be nice and give you 3.5 hours. But that's it. What I won't do is give you 8 hours for 3.5 hours value. Because then I have completely devalued my time. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And you will lose people. Let me tell you now, I have lost a lot of clients, a lot of potential clients, but I treat every single potential job like I haven't got it. Because when you get yourself into that mindset, you will start charging more. And you will win. You will win. But if you keep going, well, okay, fine, I'll do what you want for half the price of what I normally would charge because you really want the work, you always stay here. You might turn around and go, yeah, but I'm making money. Well, yeah, you're making money, but you're not really making as much as you could be making for the amount of time. I am not going on the lecture circuit around United States. I'm not coming to the United States, all right? I'm not coming at the moment. Last holiday I did was 12.5 years ago to Hong Kong. I don't really go on holidays or stuff like that. When I used to work for Optum, United Healthcare Group within the NHS in England, okay, they kept wanting me to come over to America. I was like, nah, forget it. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm fine. I have other things in my life other than work. All right? I don't just work. That was actually untrue. 95% of my life was just work, but I said I got other stuff as well. Right, let me just check some of the comments. What is their... Yeah, exactly, Heng. What is their profit on the presentation? Exactly. What are they making out of it? You know, if they're going to... You know, what are they getting out of it? Because I would want to know that. And if someone is profiteering off me, I would want to know, well, what am I getting out of it if I'm putting in the effort? Right, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to leave you guys for 1 minute. I really, really, really need to have a piss, all right? I need to go have a piss, all right? I bet Paul's hourly rate would be really high as well. You know, and it should be high. Paul's rate should be high. All right, Harish, I'm going to come back to you. I've seen your comment. I'll come back to you. Give me 2 minutes. Everybody. Yeah. Has WP. He's talking about Paul Charlton, WP Tuts. WP Tuts, Paul Charlton, that's who we're talking about there. Right, Harish, there will be a full screen image which will cover the website's homepage. Right, 100 VH, 100 VW. Both will include Ken Burns style animations. Okay, Harish, why don't you use the call to action widget? In fact, you don't even need to use call to action, you just use the slider. The slider. You just use the slider widget, right? The slider widget has Ken Burns in there. So why would you need to use anything different? Why add in another plugin for one thing? I always often say, is it really worth it? Think about it, right? Think about what I'm saying here. You got the Ken Burns effect already in the native Elementor slider. Oh, sorry, the music. Beep. Music's out. Sorry. Just as John said, the background music is good. Right, music's gone. So Harish, if you're still there, just use the native Elementor widget if you're using Elementor. I am assuming you're using Elementor though. I could be wrong. I have to say, Andrew, for me, Depictor, when I first looked at it, and I was impressed by the styles and functionality of it, I did also find that it did start to slow things down a bit. And it affected the page speed as well. So, you know, if you really want your slider to function a certain way and Depictor does it for you, the free or the premium, then go for it. Just bear in mind, though, it's going to, like, affect your, you know, page speed. I am very much like, what is the major benefit of doing something too funky as well, right? I'm very, oh, John's asking a question. Are you happy for your image for promote? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, John, I'm going to be dropping in a couple of images so that, you know, people have resources as well. I'm going to be dropping them in today. And actually, thanks for reminding me. I'm going to drop a couple of images that people can use as part of advertising if they want. Sorry, back to the slider. You know, remembering that someone might skip past the slider, is the hit on your page speed worth it? And that's what I put out there. Matty check. Why is Elementor new update pink? I know. Do you know what? I really hope Elementor allow us to pick our own color. All I got to do is give us like an option where we can pick our own hex color, right? Give us the option, you know, no, let me get it right. Font color and the accent color. So if we don't want pink, we don't have to have pink. Maybe you want to go for black and white. So it just fits, right? Maybe you want to go back to having a lighter green or a darker, murkier green, or a color that fits your brand of your company or something that you associate yourself with, right? That would be so much better. Idoli, is it Idol or Idoli? Sorry. What do you think about the upcoming huge updates of WordPress 6.2? If I'm honest, okay, you can't remove the page builders, right? They're trying to do a lot, but I don't think you can completely remove it, number one. I also feel like page, you know, like WordPress and what they produce is playing catch up. There's a lot of limitations as to what you can do. And often you end up having to use an add-on anyway on top of it. So I don't think it's, I don't think, it's really going to catch all the way up to what other page builders are doing, Idoli. Harish. Okay, Harish, here's my question, right? Why are you using the free version? Why are you not using Pro? Be honest with me, Harish, okay? Why are you not using Elementor Pro? Is it you? Is it your client? Who is it? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Maticek. The purple they had before was way too strong. Really strong. It didn't work. The pink... Nothing to do with the color pink. It's just not the color I want to... It's just not my... I just feel like it still does not work in terms of contrast. And I think they should have let you have your own option. I would have gone for a charcoal color. So you got the black, bar, you got whatever down the side and all of that. I would have gone for a charcoal color like 222222. So 6 twos. So it's not black. It's not grey, but it's a dark charcoaly colour, right? I would have gone with that. And then that would have merged quite well. It would have, you still read it, you still notice it, but that would have been inconspicuous. The pink and all of that, I don't know. So, okay, Harish, can we challenge this, everyone, okay? Let's stay on this, okay? Why is your client not paying for Elementor Pro, Harish? And... how much is the client paying for the website? We are not judging you for the cost of the website, but can you give me an idea? Because once you tell me what the client's paying, I'll have a better idea of the client. So what is the client paying for the entire website build? What are they paying for the website build? And don't you dare say you're doing it for free. Good one, Andrew. I haven't tried Depictor with bricks. I don't think I've tried Depictor with bricks. Very good. Do you know what, Andrew? I think that's a great video idea. I think that's a really great video idea. I'm going to pop this down on my little list here. So I'm going to say block Andrew. No, Depictor video bricks versus Elementor page speed. Yeah, that's a nice idea for a video, my friend. Andrew McKim. Yeah, I mean, the dark theme is good, but I still feel like we need to have control over that accent colour. Hey, Jason, how are you doing? How's your family? Well, Gene, I'm not going to mention the name here, but I know he's started some videos. I think he started a new module almost 2 days ago, and a couple of videos came out. I don't know if... I saw bits of his yesterday video. I was working on it, and I saw it come on. I had it on in the background for a bit. Was he specifically saying anything about Elementor, though? I'm not sure if he was or not. I might have missed that. Then again, though, he did say that some people that use page builders that then call themselves professionals, you shouldn't call yourself a professional. I do have an issue with that. So is that what you mean, Gene? Because he does say in the video that people... Yeah, basically, here's what he said. He said, basically what he said, is that if you pick up a camera or a phone and you take photos, you can't call yourself a professional photographer because he's been doing photography for so long. That's what you mean, isn't it? So what he's basically saying, is that, hey, Mia, I hope you're all right. Yeah, exactly, Gene. That's what I mean. And then what they're saying is that if you use a page builder, you can't say you're a professional. I disagree with that. I completely disagree with that. Because if you can use any means necessary to deliver and get what you need done, then I don't care. I mean, look, I can tell you now that if you have a sharp eye, I have seen people take photographs on Twitter and they're just going around with their phone. They've not done a photography course, but their photos are killer. They are kick-ass videos. The way they get the angle. They're not a photographer, but they love to take really good photos. So I would say, look, let me make a really good point here. You don't have to do a creative writing course to be a writer. Right? You don't have to be a creative writer. You don't have to do a creative writing course to be a writer. Does that make sense? You don't have to do a decorating course to be a good painter. You don't have to have done a landscaping course to be a gardener. So you don't have to be a professional in web design, whatever, to be a web designer. I think. Right? So that's my thinking. That's my thinking. But I'm not going to get into a debate or a chat about what other people say. Can I just double check some of the questions coming in? Harish, it's an NGO. Can someone explain to me what an NGO is? Because I see this word all the time and I don't quite fully understand it. What is an NGO? Harish, what is an NGO? Right? NGO sounds like an NPC, a non-player character in Final Fantasy or Grand Theft Auto or Elder Scrolls or whatever, okay? Right? What is an NGO? What is an NGO? So you're doing it for free and you're only charging for domain and hosting. Tell me what is an NGO, Harish, because I'm about to kick your ass for doing it for free, right? You're charging for the domain and hosting and you're building a website for free. What is an NGO? If anyone can answer that, you get a kiss from me. Mwah. Right, that's all you get. Non-governmental agency. Right, again. Now somebody explain to me why. Right, non-profitable organization. Right. Let me now give you all an eye-opener that you're not going to like. And I bet a lot of you are going to have an issue with me. Right? There are lots of charities out there that are non-profitable organization, not for profit. You have to understand something, okay? You have to understand something. If this charity, right, this charity makes £100,000 this year, £100,000 for a charity, a cause, not all of that money will go to the cause. They will take out of that money for bills, electricity, advertising, mobile phone, all of that, right? All of that, okay? They will also take money for administrations. Administration is their salary. In the UK, you just have to show that you gave 7%. Is it 7% or 14%? I think it's 7%. You just have to show 7% went to where it needed to go. You can use up 93% or something like that for admin. So, Harish, this non-profitable organization, have you checked them out on Google? Have you checked their company records? Go and look at their company records. How much money did they make last year? How many went to admin? They are paying them salary and you are building a free website just because they said we're a not-for-profit. What that means is they won't take any other money, but they could easily go, you know what? I run this charity. My salary this year will be $50,000. They get $50,000. So if that charity makes $100,000 this year, $50,000 goes as salary. Oh yeah, my wife is the finance officer. Her salary's $30,000. Right, there's another $30,000 gone there. Now there's only 20. Now there's only 20 left. Oh yeah, my son also helps to do the website and looks after stuff. He gets another 15,000. Boom. Right? Boom. This is the reality check. Okay, this is the reality check. And I'm not afraid to say I have nothing against charities, but I love to check them out. I love to see, well... And you know what? They will give themselves bonuses as well and salary increases. So here's my question back to you, Harish. Okay, here's my question back to you. This charity or organization you're building for, have you checked them out? Go and check them out. Otherwise, you are building a website for free. And you're being taken for a ride. Because I bet right now, do they get free electricity from the energy company? Do they get free building with no rent? Do they get free cars they can drive? Do they get free food delivered to them for them? Not for the charity, for them to eat. Do they? Probably not. So who's paying for that? Oh, it comes from the money. Not for profit means they, on top of their admin and their overheads, they don't take anything extra. But that's not true, because admin is salary. And a lot of people think that, oh, they're not for profit, they're volunteers. They are not volunteers. That's a reality check I have to put out there, okay? That's a reality check I've got to put out there. David says he chose Ultimate Member. Okay, so David, you chose Ultimate Member. Have you contacted the Ultimate Member developers? You might need to contact the developers. James McKee, 10 years ago to fill my own server with clients, I offered WordPress website for €1 and it did not work well. Wow, Jamie, I can see where that's not going well. Exactly, what Michael says there is a really good point. It's a bit like right now, a lot of people think sometimes people have said, oh wow, what webcam are you using? And I go, it's just an iPhone. And they're a little bit shocked by that. Or some people have said, oh, what editing software are you using? I go, iMovie, it came for free. Oh, what are you using for streaming? OBS. Just checking some of the questions. Any suggestions for a free plugin to use to clone migrate the original website? Yes, Mia, all-in-one migration. WP Vivid. But all-in-one migration is super, super cool. It has never failed me, ever. I use it a lot. Never failed me. What you do is you install it, you then click export, you export the entire website, and then you work on it, and you've got that backup kind of there. Do that. Yeah, absolutely, Melissa. Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, again, like I said, yeah, I have nothing against charities, but I don't like it when I see a lot of charities on TV doing phone-ins, dial-ups and dial-ins and whatever, and they keep saying, not for profit, not for profit. All of the money will go to the charity. All of the money goes to the charity. Yes, it goes to the charity, and then you minus the overheads and admin. You're basically paying, right, their salary. Okay? Their salary. I mean, how would you like it if you knew right there, for every £1 you gave to a charity, only 10 pence of that £1 actually went to where you wanted it to go? How would you feel? I have a funny feeling about it, okay? I like it when I know the money, or 90% of the money is going to help those children, to help those families, to help someone in poverty, to help people who are starving. I love it when I know that 90% of my £1 is going there. But if 10% is all that goes there, right? No, it's absolutely fine, Mia. All-in-one is absolutely fine. It's now Mia, okay, Mia, my darling Mia, I do have the premium version of all-in-one, right? So, this is for Mia. If you then find that when you come to upload, there's an issue, you let me know, okay? You let me know, okay? And I will come in and sort you out and get it uploaded, all right? So you use all-in-one, and if you have an issue, you come and let me know, okay? You come and let me know. Yeah, and that's the thing, Pez, isn't it? If they're only giving 10%, okay, you have to weigh it up. You really have to weigh it up. But if 90% is just paying for, like, look, I have a big thing, right, about, like, don't tell me that all of these people are suffering if you're only going to give 10%, right? Because I just don't like it. Sorry, I don't want to get all political now either, so we've got to be careful we don't get political. Nice one, Mia. So give it a go, okay? and get in touch if you have any issue. All right. And that's like I said, and I talk about this in the video I'm about to release today after the live chat, okay, where I do sometimes help people out. Helped Melissa out. I helped Hannah Jones from the Web Squadron group. She had an issue. I had a suspicion I knew what it was. She was getting mistaken. I logged in, boom, 5 minutes, boom, sorted. Everyone is happy. Hannah's happy, Melissa's happy, we're all happy. Okay, so I don't mind helping people out here and there where I can if I know exactly what the issue is. Harish, as a newcomer to the web development industry, I believe that creating a website for a new organization would be a fantastic opportunity. Harish, you're right. Harish, you're right. But now tell me, Harish, what area is this organization working? What area do they work in? So this is an NGO, okay? A science fiction non-profit organization. Hey, I work for an NGO, right? Non-profit organization. What area are they a non-profit organization in? Human trafficking. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Yeah, by the way, Melissa, you know when I helped you out, I was actually helping someone else out at the same time, which is why I said to you, look, just send it over now. I'm already in the middle of helping someone else out. Just send it over. You know, because sometimes because I'm pretty sure if you look at what I've done, Melissa, if I tried to explain to you my solution, which was a container within a container, and then the way I arranged it, and then the way I changed a margin or something a little bit, it's not easy to explain, is it? So it's like, I'll just quickly do it. Harish, I love the conversation we're having, by the way, because I think it's an eye-opener for you and others as well listening in on this. But this NGO, what is the area of interest? Because you might think it's a fantastic opportunity, but what is it? I know, Andrew, I don't know what it's about. Human trafficking, what is it? What do they do, right? They're a new organization, number one, right? So let's now go over the facts here, okay? You're saying they're a new organization. How long have they been running? Here's two questions for you. What is the area of interest? And how long have they been running? Because you say new. You say new. Okay? How long have they been running? And you say new. Please answer that, Harish, okay? You got to give it. We cannot let the story end on a cliffhanger. I want to know a bit more. And I'm not picking faults, by the way, but it's like the story is ongoing here. To be honest, Melissa, it was like, I can't remember what time it was. Was it 5 p.m. or 6 or I don't know. But it was just, I was actually eating. I had my laptop open there. Had the TV on over there. I was sitting, with family. And I was like, I was just replying to some notifications, saw your thing and blah, 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 blah. And along we went. Right? 6 months, Harish. Okay. What area are they in? You can, if you want, Harish, email me on info@websquadron. I will not share the name. I will not share the name unless you say share the name. If you email me the name of the organization, but also what area, because you haven't told us the area. I'm now wondering, right? Because here's what I'm going to say. If they've only been running for 6 months, are they that well connected? Number one. Number two, if they were well connected, they would probably be paying for a website because they would have connections telling them who to use for a website. So there's something about the fact that they're going to just get it done for free. So that's suspicion number one. Are they connected or networking? But yeah, email me because I want to have a look, and I will not name them, but I will then reveal to everyone what area they're in. Send that email like right now, right? Like your life depends on it. Okay, send it right now. Who here is interested in seeing where this goes? What are we going to learn about this organization? By the way, we've only got 26 likes. I know there's 30 people watching. We've only had 79 people since we went live, 55 minutes. That's quite low. So please do hit like if you haven't hit like already, because it massively affects the YouTube algorithm. Oh, sorry, Eddie, I just noticed. Take care, Eddie. See you soon, my friend. And I hope you're enjoying the super course. Right, let's just see if we've had any email come through yet. No email has come through yet. What's this? Oh, damn it. You know when you find... yes, Elementor Pro, but not... Elementor, the free version, came out, as you know, with... version 3.12. So if you do update, just make sure you take a backup before you do, in case you get hit by any problems with your update. Okay, so please don't make that mistake of just hitting an update if you are using third-party add-ons for your website. Okay, not had the email yet, Harish, but I'm hoping you are going to send it, because I am really looking forward to finding out what this company is. Okay, I have a bee in my bonnet for not-for-profit organizations. Okay, I'm going to get really political now. Are you ready for me to get really political? In London, there's a lot of knife crime. There's a lot of charities being set up left, right, centre. I get why they're doing it, but a lot of them are continuously asking for donations, and I don't see anything changing in what they do or the world or London. They are taking money to just pay their salary. You are giving them money to go and buy trainers. You are giving them money to go and do X, Y, Z. I don't want to get political, but that's the truth and reality of it, okay? And there was one movement that got a lot of coverage about, I don't know, I'm going to get my dates wrong now, 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm not going to name them. One movement got a lot of coverage, and the organisers walked away with 80, 90 million pounds in their back pockets each to go and buy houses in America and other places. Right? Where was that money going? Where was that money? Who was the money for? What do I think about the new elemental colours? I don't like it, Nikos. I don't like it. I really would like them to have given us the option to change it. And I would have changed it to 222222, a charcoal colour, rather than pink. That's what we need, right? Yeah, you are also right about NDA's non-disclosure, but I will not be revealing the company name, John. I'm not going to mention a name. However, I do want to, because Harish hasn't told us what area this company works in, what is the area? Yeah, you know what I mean, Jason, right? And I'm not going to name it, okay? I'm not going to name it, but the problem I have here is there's too much not-for-profit, right? They take the money and boom. What do they actually do with it? Where does it actually go? All right? And I'm going to tell you now, all of them do this, all right? Comic Relief does it. Children in Need does it. All of them do this. It's not just one. Really, Maticek, WordFence sent you an email for Elemental security bug. That's a bit of a weird one. The thing is, though, John, even when they declare, they just have to show that a certain amount went to the charity. Right, anyway, right. Harish, not had your email yet. It's great to be back on the live chat, though. It was weird, because yesterday I was home by 4:30. I could have jumped on a live chat, but I thought, well, I've already told everyone I'm not doing it, so I won't do it. But it almost felt weird not being on a live chat, because I actually get kind of institutionalized into doing them. because I do enjoy doing them. I literally feel like you're all there. I feel like I'm either on stage or we're in a meeting room and you're all sat, around each other and we all have opinions and I'm kind of almost chairing it in a way. I don't want to be the chair. I hate being chair at meetings. Maticek, WordPress Elementor Pro, authenticated arbitrary options change vulnerability. Here's what I would say, Maticek. Do you need to update or can you wait for 3 days or even 5 days? Other than the color change, you're not really getting anything amazing in terms of 3.12. So I would say until they do the Elementor Pro, and even then I would wait 1 week. I know you're all itching. The minute an Elementor Pro update comes out, even a Bricks one, you're rushing. Yeah, I want to get it. Wait a week in case there's like a minor update or a fix. Not Bricks. WordPress. Never, ever update a WordPress website to another version of WordPress for at least 7-10 days. I mean it, okay? Because with plugins, you can sometimes roll back or you have a backup. If you're not hot on your backups and a WordPress update really screws up your WordPress database, plugins just sit in a plugin folder, right? WordPress, content, uploads, plugins, blah, 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 blah. When a big WordPress update comes out, don't do an update for 7 or 10 days, all right? Because there will be bugs and you need to wait. Oh, right, Maticek. Are you saying that was a vulnerability with 3.11.6? If so, then I can see why you probably needed to update. Jamie, have you experienced problems with Flexbox on older Safari? Look, anyone who's running Safari that is 4 years old, I hate to say it, Jamie, but they're going to struggle with WebP. They're going to struggle with some accessibility. They're going to struggle with they're going to struggle with loads of stuff. And I hate to say it, right? I really hate to say this, but the life moves on, right? And we can't keep holding things back because someone refuses to update their phone, right? I have an iPhone XR here. I haven't gone to the 11, 12, 13 or 14 because I've not been impressed by anything major. I'm like, nah, I'm fine with the XR. I'll just keep that until something makes me want to go up. But at the moment, I can still do everything I need to do on here without any issues, no problems. The iOS is updated. I'm fine. The moment, though, I now realise my MacBook or this or anything I got is now out of touch, you got to think about upgrading either the software or anything like that. And I would say that if anyone is running Safari that's not been updated in over 4 years, that says to me they are probably on iOS 12, I bet, or 13, probably 12, probably 13. That means they can't handle WebP images either. So I would say get them or your client to update. Right, Harish has now told me the company name. Not the company name. They are providing education. I'm not going to tell you. Yes, so they're providing education for people who can't afford it. Okay. The one thing I will say, though, is the URL doesn't match the location you've said, Parish, number one, okay? By the way, Timo, you joined 20 minutes ago doing the laundry, now finally got a seat and working on your project. I like that. So, Harish, you've told me where they're based, but that does not match the URL because the URL has the name of a country in there. So that completely, number one, does not fit at all. I personally think, okay, that this company Okay, wait, let me just tell you. I'm not convinced this is going to lead to anything, right? I mean, right now at the moment, okay, from what I can tell, they've not raised any money, so I think they're living off freebies. I don't know. I'm not convinced this is going to lead onto any other work. The area they're working in, and I can't reveal anything on the live, by the way, everyone, okay? But the area they're based in, there are loads of charities in that area. Loads. And the fact that they are kind of getting a website built for free, I'm not utterly convinced. Right? I'm not utterly convinced that it's going to lead on to anything amazing. But that's up to you. I could be wrong. Who am I? I am nobody. I'm Rango. I'm nobody, right? I am nobody. And I'm just going to copy the name of their company, right? And I'm going to do a quick check, all right? I'm going to say company. So you're saying they've only been running for 6 months, so they've probably, they haven't got any company records or anything like that. So it's very difficult to judge them on what income they're making, but they're not very well known. They're going to be up against thousands of other charities in that area that provide education for people who cannot afford it. I'm telling you now, there's going to be loads. It's a very difficult one because here's how you got to weigh it up. When you build a free website, how much time are you putting into that? How much time are you giving them for a free website? 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, 2 weeks, a month? That is going to stop you doing other stuff. What's the payoff? And when you do it for them for free, and you said you're charging them domain and hosting, right? What happens next week when they want to change? And the week after? And the week after? What happens? What happens if next month someone says you've got to change all of your website? Now they want SEO. Now they want you to start a campaign and do something else for them. When do you draw a line? Because the moment you start building for free, unless they're paying you a care plan package, you are always doing it for free. And you might think it opens a door. I would love for you to prove me wrong, Harish. I would love for you to come back and go, you know what? Someone saw this, they loved it, they're now paying me moolah for a website and it's worked out for me. It's opened doors. I would love for you to prove me wrong. What I'm going to ask you though, Harish, very direct question here now. Very, very direct. I'm looking at you, Harish. How long have you been working on this website? And how many doors has it opened in terms of clients or other work? How long have you been working on this website and how many doors has it opened? Because I would not give this charity more than 3 days of my time. And I would have to know that I had nothing else on. No other project, no other potential clients, no other meetings, no videos, no nothing. I'm literally like, what shall I do? I'll give you my 3 days. But I would have to also strategically be really sure that they are connected with other charities. Are they part of a network? Is there a parent charity, an umbrella, and they sit below it? But then why have they not got a budget for a website? It doesn't make sense. Are they part of a network? Are they got their fingers in lots of pies? What can I find out about them? Does it look like... look, think about it, right? If they've not got a budget for a website, have they got a budget for marketing, for adverts, for social media? So how are they going to tell people that we're a charity and make income? You've got to look at the bigger picture here, right? You've really got to look at the bigger picture. Yes, Harish, have you just sent something out? All right, so Harish is probably going to send something else now. Hopefully that will come through in a moment. Please don't forget to hit like if you're liking the conversation and the journey and the things that we're talking about at the moment. Yeah, got it. Yeah. So, oh, so you are charging them through the website then? So Harish, you are charging. Harish has now just told me he is charging them for the website. You should have told me that earlier, because you are what you're charging them though is a minimal amount. However, if I was to benchmark that against the where the country you're based in, that is a reasonable amount. What you're charging is almost the equivalent. It's not, by the way, everyone, I can't tell you what Harish is charging, but if you were to benchmark that against the country capita rate where Harish is based, that is the equivalent to what we would probably charge for a similar website in the UK or the United States. Therefore, Harish, you're getting paid a decent amount. So I think we can close this conversation completely off because you are being paid. You are being paid. So here we were trying to get to the bottom of who this company are and what do they do and charity and blah, 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 blah. But you are being paid. Now you think it's a small amount. Yes, Harish, I would not build a website for that. But when you benchmark it against a country capita, the capita rate for your country, you are getting the equivalent of what someone might charge in the UK or the United States. Therefore, it's fine. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Harish? Because let's just say in the UK, I was going to charge £2,000 for that. What would let's just say $1,500. What would $1,500 mean for you? Harish, tell me, in your country right now, what would that mean to you and your family? What would that mean? $1,500. What would that mean? Right? And that's what I'm trying to get to. What you're charging capita rate is actually almost the equivalent to $1,500 that someone might charge, say, United States or UK might be £2,000. Therefore, just because you think it's a small value, that in capita rates is actually okay. Because if you were to charge what we would charge, as in $1,500, what would that mean to you and your family and your life? $1,500, right? Convert that into Indian rupees or whatever. Yeah. What would that mean to you? Anyone here based in India, what would $1,500 mean to you? Right? So, to cut a long story short, Harish, we didn't need to do all of this investigation because you are being paid. You should have told me that. Don't worry about that, okay? I want to tell you now, okay? If anyone here based in India or Pakistan or Asia or Africa or anywhere says, I'm building a website for $100 or £100, don't be shy. And I know a lot of people here will go, what? That is super low. Yes, in our world, but in their world, in their country, in their geography, when you look at the capita rate, actually, they're doing okay with that. They're doing a great. And like Bergschwerk says, $1,500 salary, $1,500 is 3 months' salary. Oh, hold on. Does that make sense now? Does that make sense what I'm saying? So what you're being paid, right, is probably going to be the equivalent of, I reckon, what you're being paid, Harish, is probably the equivalent of 1 to 2 weeks' salary in India. In India, I think you're getting the equivalent of 1 to 2 weeks. What would you say, Harish? What would you say to that? Do you think I'm right? I think it's 1 to 2 weeks. Right, for what you're being paid, not the $1,500. That was a comparison, and I'm glad Bergschwerk clarified that 3 months' salary in India, right? For us in the UK, that's not even 1 month. In the United States, it's definitely not 1 month. But can you see the geography, capita, country, the value changes? So Harish, are you feeling better? Because I'm basically saying what you're getting paid is probably 1 to 2 weeks, right? 1 to 2 weeks, roughly, equivalent of a salary in India. So that's okay. Don't spend more than 1 to 2 weeks on the project. Okay? That's it. Don't overdo it. Do not overdo it. Okay? And I think that's a really important lesson here sometimes, you know. I mean, I'm guilty of it. On Fiverr, someone goes, they'll do page speed performance for $15. And I'm like, what? What? But when you work out the geography of it, it's actually probably not too bad. Maybe. It might be the equivalent of what I might have charged for £100. So geography and all of that. Right, okay. So Harish has now clarified something, right? Harish is based in Sri Lanka, right? He's based in Sri Lanka. That's all I'm going to give you, okay? Hey, Richard. Harish lives in Sri Lanka. Hey, Pickstar. $1,500 for a website in Sri Lanka is the equivalent of 6 months' salary. $1,500 is the equivalent of 6 months' salary. So Harish, reply here, right? Don't send an email. Put it here. What you're making for that website, how many weeks does that cover you? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What does it cover? What does it cover? Don't say the value. What you're being paid to do that charity website, what is that? What does that cover for you in Sri Lanka? Because $1,500, that's not a month's salary for the UK. That's not nowhere near a month's salary for the United States. But it is 6 months' salary for Sri Lanka. That's an eye-opener, right? In fact, I'm going to make sure I do a video on this. I think this is something that needs to be discussed in a video. So I'm going to put this down here. 6 months Sri Lanka. 7 days. Right, Harish. Do not spend more on, I know Bergschwerk. We should all go to Sri Lanka, everyone, right? We'll, you know. But then again, you shouldn't joke about stuff like that either. So Harish, try not to spend more than 7 days on this website, okay? I know you're trying to give a bit of love and help them out. Try not to give them more than 10 days, all right? I'm going to stretch you. I'm going to stretch you to 10 days. Don't give them more than 10 days, all right? They are paying you, but you've just said, right, it's the equivalent of 7 days. Do not give more than 7 days. Harish, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, all right? Because you raised a interesting topic here today. Can anyone go, yes, you did enjoy that, or no, you didn't? You weren't really bothered or interested. Can you let me know if you liked that discussion and how it kind of opens your eyes as to the value of websites and everything across the world? Nice one, Harish. And you know what, Harish? I hope you, when we leave this live chat, you go away feeling happy about what you're doing. All right, mate? Because you're not doing it for free. You are being paid. Give them 10 days, right? Okay, Richard has asked a really good question here. Let me just answer Jamie's question, though. I mean, I do, Jamie, as well. When I build a website, I will offer them social media marketing advice. I will offer them tips on what they need to do with advertising and getting out there. How can they get their SEO to work for them better? I do that. Hey, Harish, look, this is the reason why Web Squadron, right, was made, right, in terms of the videos we do, okay? This is the reason we do it. This is the reason I put out videos out there, tutorials. This is why we have a Web Squadron forum. This is why we do the live chats. Just to kind of reassure people, cut the bullshit, right? Cut the crap. Cut the, like, you know, make people feel bad or low. I really want to make sure that everyone, whenever we leave a live chat, comes out of it going, yeah, I know what I need to do to change my life. Right, now, Richard asked a really good question. What is the affiliate scheme? The affiliate scheme is probably going to change your life. Do you know why it's going to change your life? Because here's what happens, right? Let me just put it on screen, okay? Here's what the affiliate scheme does, okay? You sign up to be an affiliate for Web Squadron, okay? You sign up to be an affiliate and you make any sales. Basically, you register and then you get a link you can use, right? If you're able to basically, you know, make a sale on anything here except the consultation, you do not get it for the, you don't get it for the consultations, basically, all right? It doesn't work for the consultations, all right? But for how to start a web design business, how to get a client, anything like that, okay? You get 40% commission. 40% commission. So right now, the how to start a web design business is £125. Right? It's 120. Let me get that right. It's £125. If you made a sale, this is what you get. This is what you get. The price is going to go up on April the 24th, by the way. The price will go up. But right now, that's what you get per sale. I don't want to call it easy money because someone has to buy it. But that's what the affiliate is, basically. I do want to make really crystal clear, though. This is not Hostinger. This is not Ocean WP Pro. This is not Blocksy. This is not a SiteGround affiliate. If you do not like the way I approach things, you don't believe in what I put out there, you don't agree with my messaging, you don't like the style I'm doing the Supercourse in, because I have got screenshots when you go to the Supercourse page. If you don't like that, don't do it. Please, 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 please do not promote anything that you're not behind. Okay? Don't do it. I'm pleading with you. Don't do it. All right? But I know some of you happily promote the page speed video. You've promoted some of our courses. You've said to people, hey, go and get that. I want to put something back out to you. So basically I'm saying, if you become an affiliate, any sales you make, you will get 40% commission. Okay? That's how it works. And it's paid directly to your account. Ideally a PayPal account, ideally, or a Wise account. And I will also pay you as friends and family so you don't get stung by the PayPal commission. Okay, everyone, look, we've been live for 1 hour 23. I'm going to give you a 2-minute warning. You take care, by the way, Gary. Take care, Steve. Yeah, Jason, I mean, at the moment, it's now 1 p.m. for me. I sometimes start earlier, Jason, just because I can. Yeah, so Richard, why do I exclude the consultation? The reason why I exclude that is because if I exclude that, I'm still giving up my time. There's a difference, you see. So if so let's say you referred someone for a consultation and you get a commission for that, which is great for you, by the way. Right, that'd be great for you. I would be giving up my time. And I feel like I'm devaluing my time then. Do website builds get commission too? Website builds, that is separate. You would get $100, Richard. Website builds get $100 or £100. Depending on if you're in the UK or the America, right? It's £100, Richard. £100, which is more than you actually get for the, but it's not 40% commission, no. Because someone did ask me that on Sunday. They were like, hey, Michael, I'm actually about to go off in, hey, Mahboob, I'm about to go off in 2 minutes. I'm about to go off in 2 minutes, right? Yeah, Harish, that's a good idea as well with the Elementor Pro one, how you can get them to pay for it out of your stack of licenses. Mahboob, I'm about to go off, mate. I've been live for 1 hour, 25 minutes. I am feeling a little bit exhausted right now. I had a quick 2-minute wee break, but when you're talking for this long, sometimes your energy starts to get a bit sucked out. So yeah, back to Richard. The affiliate scheme is open. You can go and sign up for that. You will earn 40% on all commissions. If you refer anyone to us to have a website build, we then pay you $100 or £100, depending on the currency or where you live or something like that. Do go and watch the replay, Michael. We covered off a really interesting topic today about charities and about building websites for free. Okay, everybody. I'm now going to go off. I'm going to say goodbye. Take care. See you all tomorrow at the later time on Thursday. Catch you all later. Stay safe, all right? And if you do want to continue any conversations, jump over to the Web Squadron Facebook group, sign up as an affiliate. Please go and have a look at the super course, How to Start a Web Design Business. We've had a lot of good feedback on that course, and it's going well. I'll see you soon. Bye.